If you love them, let them be. Authenticity. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading regarding what others love about you. Today we will be doing the in-depth Pick a Card reading, but if you want little bite-sized readings throughout the week, feel free to check back, like and subscribe. Ringing that bell pushes the content straight to you. Let's get into this Pick a Card, all about what others love about you. We've got pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Scroll down when you're ready. We've got the timestamps in the description below. We'll see you there. Well, hello, pile 1. How you doing today? You ready to find out what others love about you? We're going to be diving deep into it. We've got what they love about you physically, mentally, how your heart works, your passions, all the way to battling lingering self-doubts, because can't take this healing dose of good vibes without a little bit of homework too, right? So we're going to get into this. We'll put these cards aside. And I'm going to shuffle real quick, and then we'll talk about what all of the placements mean. I am loving all the Virgo energy here. First off, let's start there. So we're going to get into this. What others love about you physically, your appearance, the way you carry yourself, all that. Got the most Virgo card of the deck, the Hermit. I see this card, of course, the imagery gives like clean girl on TikTok trend kind of vibes, but the Virgo personality is very meticulous, very analytical, dives into all of the tiny little details. You present yourself well. You come off as somebody who's just very well put together. Your outfits are curated. Maybe you are really good at conveying your mood through your outfit alone. You're just really one of those people that walks into the room and everybody looks. So I don't know how much more I could elaborate on that, pile 1. Mental space, the moon. I love this card here. Let's see. Hopefully that's in focus. Yes, it is. The moon. So see how she's just like Sleeping Beauty. We've got the self-care kind of indicated here with the night cream, which kind of goes back to the imagery of the Hermit. I just really see you as somebody who takes pride in your appearance and takes pride in living a very healthy lifestyle. So you get your sleep and you recognize that when you are grumpy, you probably need to eat or you need a nap or whatever. You're not the kind of person that's just taking it out on others. Typically, the moon card is like somebody who kind of keeps things to themselves, but not necessarily a shady way, just like a mysterious kind of person who doesn't need to put all of their business out there. I get that vibe, but it's like not coming from a shady place. It's like your main focus is you, and you are going to get your vitamins. You're going to get your 8 hours of sleep. You're going to get your sunshine and rest time, and you are going to go hard. I can't even begin to tell you how much Virgo energy and like Capricornian energy is going on here. I'm really excited to talk about this. But that beating heart of yours, how you love people, how you give your love, how you accept love. We've got the Page of Pentacles. That's a very grounded, driven energy where it's like you know exactly where you want to go as far as love and relationships. You know exactly what you want for yourself and how you want to be treating others. And you do it as efficiently as possible. I know that sounds weird, efficient relationship stuff, but you you're very focused, you're very calculated with your actions because you want people to understand how you feel about them. So you want to show them respect and it be without question. You know, they don't think that you're the kind of person that's talking crap behind closed doors. You're not that kind of person. You're over here going, oh, I gotta set the place settings. Cool. Snap. Done. And people really love that about you. Like, they know exactly your intentions when it comes to relationships and things of the heart. All right. Your passions. 5 of Wands. What people love about your passions. You're competitive. You're super competitive. You are the kind of person. I just, like I keep telling you, it's so much Capricornian Virgo energy. You are driven as hell. You're like, okay, I want this lifestyle for myself. So that means I need my resume to reflect this kind of stuff. And I understand that there is a big pool for employees in this field, but I'm going to shine and I'm going to stand out because I do it better. I just do it better. So I'm not even stressing on it. And because you take that approach and you're very competitive, I don't necessarily think you take it to the point of like, hey, whatever you can do, bitch, I can do better. No, you're not that kind of person. You're just like that confident boss vibe walking into the room. Like, you know exactly what you want. You know exactly why you're here. You know exactly what the sales pitch is going to be down to the last T. You got this. We got the magician down here. Okay. So what your friends love about you, speaking of magician, it's that alchemist. And this came up in one of the readings. I actually think it was for the friends pick a card that I will be posting this week. But they really see somebody who can make a list of goals and they cross them the F off because they crushed them so quick. And so it's the person that they go to, like you are the it. You are the person they go to ask for advice when it comes to investing, when it comes to how they should propose to somebody, when it comes to how to take a road trip somewhere. Like, you are just the person who has the answers, or at least you present yourself confidently enough to where everybody else thinks you have the answers. I won't tell them if you don't, but everybody comes to you because they think that you have the answers, and don't abuse that. I don't see you as the kind of person that would abuse that. I think you have good intentions when you do tell them, like, oh, you should approach it this way because I had good success and you could probably have good success. I've seen other people be successful with that approach. So, like, that's the kind of vibe that I get from you. Not necessarily like a sales pitchy kind of personality, because you have so much like good here too, you know? So it's like, it's definitely good intentions, and you are somebody that people view as somebody who could just make shit happen. That's cool. That's really awesome. Your family. Your family is, they just love you. They love the hell out of your work ethic, especially. Because we have, so the page leading into the night, right? And they just view you as the kid who always said that they were going to do this thing. And maybe you were really into science as a kid, or sports, or something along those lines. And, or even you wanted to start your own lawn mowing business, and now you're mid-20s and it's a full landscaping business. They see you, and they may not constantly point out or congratulate you for all of your accomplishments, but they see you hustling and they don't think that you're just like an entrepreneur. No, you are a business starter and grower. So I don't know, I just really like that vibe. Okay, 8 of Wands for how your spirit guides see you. They see you as the person who is able to get all the energy together to make your projects work. All of the supplies that you'll need, whether it's mentally or real world tangible things, you make shit happen, and everybody recognizes that. I'm over here recognizing that. So can you leave a comment? What kind of shit are you making happen for yourself? Because team here is over here just like swooning over you. Let's get into some heavy hitting homework for you. We're going to talk about how to show yourself more love, how to be more open to love, releasing subconscious or conscious trauma around love, and battling lingering self-doubts. And then this little card over here, I've got a song for you, and I do have a playlist down in the description below, and it's got all of the songs that the deck creator used for this deck, so you can either go listen to them or look up the lyrics if you want to. It's kind of hip-hop heavy, which I freaking love, but, you know, just heads up. All right, so let's get into these cards. How to show yourself more love. Hey, baby. You need to start exploring all of the other things that are not just your goals that you are publicly crushing. The devil talks a lot about our shadow selves, our temptations, our addictions, mental health, you know, all this kind of stuff. But the imagery here is very spicy. And it leads me to believe that you need to push outside of your comfort zone in a way that excites you, not makes you feel super uncomfortable. Like momentary discomforts, that happens, but if you're just constantly in a state of cringe, that's not what I'm talking about. And also, like, don't go put yourself in danger, please. All right. Use discretion here. But you need to kind of get out of work grind mode and start living a little bit more, pushing yourself to do the hard things. No pun intended. But yeah, so that's what I got for that. How to be more open to love. We got a theme going on here. I don't know what you need to be doing, and I won't be saying that here on YouTube, but no, strength. You need to believe that you are worth love that is going to last, and that isn't all love, light, and rainbows, because love does have a shadow side, and we ourselves have shadow sides. Anybody we meet is going to have a shadow side, including the people we want to spend a chunk of our life with, if not the whole thing. I think you've spent so much time hustling and grinding. Like, your family would definitely say you've always been that kid focused on your career or job or passions, or, you know. I think that you really haven't given two F's really about romance, not, at least not in like a married happily ever after type way. But I think that you need to start taking control of that. This is you. This is you right here. You need to start taking control of that and allow yourself the opportunity to feel the butterflies. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You've got this amazing ethic and passion towards work and making things happen in other aspects of your life. You don't necessarily need a romantic relationship, But if that is something that you are open to and kind of want to enjoy in your life, you have to take control of that and start putting yourself out there. And I don't just mean showing up for the date or getting on a dating app or telling your friends to hook it up. I'm talking about allowing yourself to give people a chance, because we get so many messages through all the different apps. It feels just like socializing nowadays just being spammed constantly, which for myself, I kind of close down and take screen breaks, take internet breaks, just kind of close off from the world. I hermit hard and I'm very good at it. You might do the same thing when you just kind of get overwhelmed, or say you are looking for romance and you get burnout real quick because you're overloaded with messages. Give a chance to the person who may not be the most suave and eloquent at first, because you might be surprised. They may have just been nervous to approach you in the first place, and they may be somebody like me who just trips over their tongue constantly. I don't know. Give them a chance. Give you a chance. Anyway, how to be more open to love. Wait, no, that's the one we just did. Releasing subconscious or conscious trauma around love. We have the Hierophant. So I feel as though this can represent either a teacher-student type dynamic or a church and believer dynamic. But as far as this goes, I feel like you need to, and please don't take offense to this, but maybe read some self-help books in order to work on your trauma regarding love and relationships, because you're very closed off to it. I don't know if maybe you saw a family get divorced, really bad toxic relationships as you were growing up, something along those lines. You need to work on processing that, and processing it with somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing in regards to that, not just doing it all on your own. Self-help books are a good start if you're not somebody who's super into therapy. There's plenty of resources out there. YouTube is one of them. But you need to start processing that, because it almost feels like when you think of love, you kind of think of pain too. And it might not leave a mark, might not draw blood, but it definitely stung. And I don't know, I think that you could have a lot more than that, a new experience. So let's talk about the last one, battling lingering self-doubts. The Fool. I really love this one, especially the reset button here. How I was saying you've got to unlearn some of the stuff that you have learned as far as love and relationships go. You have to have a fool's mindset. You have to be ready to tell yourself that other people's experiences are not your experiences, or this new potential relationship is nothing like your last relationship. And if you do see a lot of overlap, then maybe you need to reflect on that before getting into this new relationship. But every person you meet is a different person. Their thought processes are different, even if they end up at the same conclusion years later. It's just, you can't go, oh, you're just exactly the same. No. You need to allow people to be themselves and be authentic. All right, so here we go. Your song, Overtime, says action, effort, exhaustion. I think you might be a little, I wouldn't say burnt out with the hustling you've been doing, but you have been feeling kind of bored with where you're at. Like, yeah, you're thriving, you're crushing it, you continue to do that, but like it's not as satisfying anymore crushing these goals because it's almost expected because you're so good at it. Maybe change what you're doing for overtime. Anyway, I'm going to leave you on that. Remember, check back throughout the week. We'll be posting more pick-a-cards on the same content, and you can find out way more about what others love about you. We'll see you next time, Group 1. Thanks for watching. Hello, Group 2. Are you ready to learn what others love about you? We will be getting into these cards in just a little bit, but right now I am going to shuffle the cards for all the other placements because we're going to be talking about how people love your appearance, mental space, your thumpity thump heart of yours, all the way to what your spirit guides be thinking about you. So we will be right back after I shuffle. All right. So let's get into this. Physically, Group 2. You, I feel, have a ton of different looks. You regularly surprise people. One day you will be dressing very androgynously. The next day you will be dressing in your freaking ball gown. The next day you might show up in paint-covered overalls and your hair in a total mess. Nobody knows what look you're going to be serving next, but everybody is freaking here for it. So keep that up and let me know what kind of fashion is your favorite, because that's what's up right here. You're over here. And this, I know, like, this person is depicted kind of like, oh, what do I do now? And their hands are all crossed, and there's actually 4 hands here. I don't know if you noticed that. It kind of gives me like Shiva vibes. So you clean up nice. All right. So your mental space, what people love about your mental space. What's interesting is this came up in the last pile. So if you felt drawn to that, I would suggest checking that one out as well. But your mental space, you're relaxed and you are kind of like chamomile tea. You don't really talk too much about the shit you're going through in your life because you like to kind of keep that close to your chest, but you are very empathetic towards others, and you can sit and listen to a friend talk about their lives and their woes for hours and just be somebody that just holds space for others. And you are able to do that in a way that doesn't leave you feeling just drained and worn out. Like when you rest, you are excited about that rest time. Like that is sacred to you. You put your everything down to take your pauses, and you would fight for that. So I don't know. I just really like that for you, especially that you kind of give off this vibe of, nobody really knows me because I'm a chameleon, which is cool. But like, if you do want people to know you, let them love at least 15 of your sides. Come on. Okay, so let's talk about your hearts. We've got the Emperor for that thumpity thump. And I just think of that Italian song. I don't even know the lyrics. I'm not going to embarrass myself singing it. Oh, yes, I am. Yeah, that song. I don't know what that song is, but I get that vibe. And it's just, you're confident. You show up and you're like, you are going to love me because I am the best. I am the king of your heart. And you don't just show up pretending to be the best. You show up with the energy and the action to back it up. Like when you show somebody love, you show up with a 15-course meal of takeout from their favorite restaurant and every single dessert on the menu. You're that kind of energy. I have chills saying that. So keep that up because people recognize that in you. And I really hope that that energy is reflected back at you, group 2, because that's good vibes right there. Your passions. People love that you are committed and guarded about your passions. 9 of Wands is the energy that it's like you're almost there, right? You can see the finish line, but maybe you've got like another month to wrap up your project. And you're very guarded, and you know that you can't let your project be presented to the world in the form that it's currently in because everybody would talk shit on it. So you keep it close to your chest because you don't want anybody taking your ideas or anything like that. You also don't want to sound too cocky, or maybe you have a history of not completing every project and you don't want people to think that you're just blowing smoke. You are the kind of person that keeps these projects really guarded, close to your chest, and when they are revealed to everybody, it's at a stage where they're just blown the F away. Like, wait, you made this? You know how to knit? I had no idea. Thank you so much for this incredible blanket. You know, like, it's that kind of energy, and people really respect that about you. And it's really exciting to see your projects come to fruition because it's just such a surprise. You just kind of spring it on people. So I feel that that's really fun for people because you are mentally kind of reserved, right? But when you do actually talk about your projects, it's like, damn, dude, I didn't even know that side about you. That's awesome. It's that. So, hey, group 2. Okay, your friends. What your friends love about you. Got Ace of Swords. Normally, this is about having the inspirational energy and thoughts regarding new projects that are just like something you want to take action on. This one, I feel like you are the kind of person that is a really good host or hostess. You are great at getting groups together and really like a party planner kind of energy, where not only do you have those innovative thoughts or those new ideas that are just extremely overwhelming for you and you just have to go full send into them, you get there. And when you finally put on that event, everybody's like, yep, we're at a bake-off and this is badass. And then number 2 did that over there. Like, this is dope. And they're all pointing to you because you're the one who made it happen. It was your idea that was the seed that got planted, right? And you kept it close to your chest. So what your family loves about you, this is cool. This is kind of, 5 of Swords is usually like self-limiting beliefs in the form of like competition and just doing kind of slightly shady things or thinking shady things in regards to business or those kind of ways. Your family sees you as somebody who actually can conserve that energy and not actually act on it, even if that is something that, you know, you might have a little bit of jealousy, or it might be a thing of like the family comes together to all work on dresses and everybody's kind of wanting to show off their thread work or needlework. You're able to curb the, oh, look at me energy or like desire for that, because you understand the bigger picture, and you kind of turn that energy into, okay, well, we are working here together. We are doing this together, and damn it, it's going to be to the best of my ability. So it's like a bunch of people all working on the same thing. I view you as like the dress almost. Like, you just understand that competition is a thing, but you're not bothered by it because your head's not even in it. Like, you're not in the competition. You are off working on your projects behind closed doors, grinding and doing your damn thing, and it's going to be epic when you do reveal it. And Spirit sees that. Spirit guides what they love about you. 3 of Wands. You are open to the wonders and joy of the universe, and you use your energy to reflect that. Like, you're constantly like, okay, well, let's try this thing. You know, that like chameleon energy, that ability to constantly be in a state of change. It's a lot of Sagittarian energy, but yeah, the 3 of Wands is like, your spirit team is really grateful that you are open to their advice, and you are listening, and you are tapped in, and it's not a big struggle to get you to chase those goals that you have and crush those goals, and present yourself well and all of that, because you're a good little disciple. No, but you're here for it, you know, and like, you understand that there's more energies in this life that we can or cannot see with our own eyes. And you've just kind of always felt that supportive hand on your back. Okay, so let's get into the homework of this portion of the reading. This is all the stuff that you kind of want to think about. We're going to talk about how to show yourself more love, how to be more open to love, releasing subconscious trauma around love, and battling lingering self-doubts. And then at the end, I've got this little card right here. This is actually from a deck that is made using song lyrics, and I've got the playlist posted in the description down below. So if you're interested in that, just a heads up, it is mostly hip hop and R&B, and I love it. I'm here for it, but I just wanted to let you know. All right, so how to show yourself more love. Stop giving away your energy to everybody else. When the 8 of Wands is upright, it's about being able to pull in all your energy to focus it on one thing. This gives me kind of ADHD vibes, right? Like, you're not allowing time for all your thoughts to come together when it comes to you, because you're so busy being the emperor to everybody else and looking out for everybody else, making sure that your goals happen, kind of being the magician, that kind of stuff. But you are allowed to say that, hey, I want this for myself, and this is my boundary. If you're uncomfortable with that, then maybe we should have a conversation. You're allowed to say that. And you're also allowed to say, hey, I'm really tired today. Or simply just no. No is a full fucking sentence. So, nah. How to be more open to love. Rip off your shirt. Let's go. I just like the last deck, this gives me self-help vibes. Like maybe it is something that you can learn. Not in a book, probably the real world. I'd say get out there and go on some dates, ask friends if they have anybody who might be a good match for you. But if you do feel more comfortable going down the self-help route, that is a good option. There are tons of great books on relationships. I read one recently all about learning to trust again after trust has been broken, which is something that I feel a lot of people go through, and that book really helped. So I am not knocking self-help at all. Talking to somebody is a great idea. Or also acknowledging that the world isn't perfect and it's not black and white and there is no straight good or bad, and to kind of blur the lines a little bit. Okay, so releasing subconscious or conscious trauma around love. Justice. Who do you want karma to slap? Is all I have to ask on this one. Now that I see that, maybe you had a relationship or a few experiences where there was infidelity or people were just being crap and you felt that you can't get into a new cycle like that again. And you just need the universe or spirit or whomever's kind of like running the show here to show you that people are worth your energy. And I do see that happening for you. And I think you're probably going to be sitting back and laughing when it does. And I look forward to that for you. This one, I can see the card. Okay. Battling lingering self-doubts. The Star. Giggity. I think you just need to go for it. I think you do need to rip off your shirt, put the energy into yourself, and just go for it. Pick an outfit. Like, maybe your room is a mess because you're one of those people who can't decide on an outfit. Pick an outfit. Have a date night. Do this. No, but it's important to treat yourself to what you love in life. And I say that because I love being under the stars, and that just looks like a fun time. And it sometimes is going to be a little bit of risk, and you might catch a ticket, but it's going to be memories, right? It'll be memories. Let's leave you with that song. Group 2. Perfect. My apology, remorse, forgiveness, olive branch. I'm sorry for some of the things I said here, like taking off your clothes, but maybe it is a thing of you need to see karma do her thing on somebody in your past in order to forgive the situation and move on. I will leave you on that note, and we'll see you guys next time. Oh, I almost forgot. We do have a bunch more videos that will be posted all this week in regards to what others love about you. So check back to find out more about all the good stuff about yourself. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Group 2. I don't know why I'm compelled to share this completely useless secret with you, but my favorite number is 3. So this reading, of course, makes my heart beat a little faster. We're going to be talking today all about what others love in you. So before we get into this, I do want to remind you that throughout the week I will be posting more pick-a-cards on this topic. And we will be getting into those cards in just a little bit. That is your homework, so we'll save that for last. But I'm going to shuffle, and then we'll talk about all of the placements about what people love about you. Your mental space, your fit, your look, your heart, passions, everything, including what spirit has to say. So, be right back. Group 3, these cards freaking delivered. So far, this is the most cards that have popped out in a reading for this theme. So let's get into it. As far as what people love about you physically, like your fit, your look, your confidence, all of that, you come off as somebody who always has a plan, and like you're prepared for anything. You carry extra stuff that you don't need. You have it all. Like somebody who's got empty Tupperware in their purse when they go out to eat because they're just ready for it, or the friend who just has every kind of condiment ever and they keep it in their backpack for whatever reason, and you're like, bro, why? But that's you. You come prepared, and it might not all be food related, but you can tell where my brain is at right now. No, it makes me think that you are just prepared, like 500 layers of clothing and outfits. And if something were to happen wardrobe wise, you have a backup plan, and your friends know this. So probably people come up and are like, hey, can I borrow your rainy day pants? And you just pull it out of your Mary Poppins-esque bag. I just get that vibe from you. Let me know if that's accurate or not. I don't know. Are you Mary Poppins? Let's see. Mentally, I love this because this one, like the ones that are not upright are interesting to me. It's like you know how to get the job done, right? You know how to make things happen for yourself pretty much effortlessly, but you don't like to be front and center. You don't like to be the public face of the operations. You'd much rather work in the background and keep the engine running and keep all of the gears turning properly and oiled and maintained. That's you. It allows space for your friends and family and people that know you to shine as well, instead of that very proud, intimidating energy that the King of Wands can be, because it's got that Leo undertone to it. So you are very good at being the man of the people. And by man, it could not be gender specific. You're just the dude of the people. And people really like you for that. So keep that up. Let's see. Your heart. Group 3, I gotta say, you are a romantic. We've got Page of Wands and the Empress. Page of Wands is like, got this idea and you know a little bit about it. You don't know everything, but you're just gonna go for it. You're just gonna learn along the way and build the skills that you need. And Empress, of course, is that nurturing vibe. I feel like you enter relationships with starry eyes and innocence in your heart, and that is priceless. And please don't let the world take that from you. I hope you continue to approach love so optimistically, because people see that in you. And just do your due diligence. Figure out what people's intentions are before you let this out as much. Sit back, relax, let them do their thing. You're prepared. You got snacks in your purse. You're fine. Don't worry about it. But you are one of those people that's like, happily ever after is achievable, and I could get there. I just have to meet the right person and show them that I can be somebody that they would want to have around. This may not be a message for everybody. This might just be a message for one or two of you. But if you look at a partner or a potential partner like, oh, they're pretty cool, but I could fix them, turn your happy ass around and walk away. People are not projects, okay? People are not projects. So if that is your mental space in regards to relationships and that type of thing, you're not ready. You need to just chill and maybe go back and learn a little bit more before you take action. But if you are coming from the space of you want to be in a relationship that you can nurture for a long-term commitment, and you think about, having children, or just something that makes you feel safe, makes you feel like you're growing something, makes you feel like your investments are going to be everything when it comes to the heart, right? If that's your drive, like I said, just do your due diligence. Make sure you understand where people are coming from. And I think that energy and that optimism towards relationships can be one of your biggest strengths. Speaking of strengths, your passions. You are really into cleaning your house. No, I'm kidding. You you go full force into what you are trying to accomplish for yourself, whether that's relationships or business or learning things or going on these adventures that you would need all these condiments and Tupperware for. You are one of those people that, of course, shows up prepared, but also you, because of your ability to prepare for the situation, you're ready to take a nap in a train station because you have everything you need. And you understand that, part of it is getting the job done right, showing up and doing everything that I need to do and participating in the situation. But also I need to be able to rest. And that's that soft side of the strength where you do have to allow yourself that R&R, rest and relaxation. And I think you do that really well. And people see you putting in the elbow grease and really getting down to the bare bones of things when it comes to your passion, and you build it up right, and people trust what you have to say about your passions because they understand that you've done the work to make yourself an expert on the topic. So, hey, that's pretty cool. All right, your friendships, what your friends love about you. The lovers in reverse. But I guess that's kind of good, right? Because they're fucking driving off a cliff, so I don't know if that's the best thing. I feel as though your friends love that you do not make your life all about relationships. They can talk to you about other things. They can hang out with you without needing to hang out with your partner or something like that. Like it's you and them against the world. And they know that you've got their back and you're not going to get them in situations that would cause them any harm or discomfort or even feeling awkward. I don't think you're that kind of person that wants that for your friends. And I view you as somebody who really tries to show love to others how you want to be treated. And your friends recognize that, and the people that you have in your life, especially long-term friends, they reflect that energy back at you. And it's just this beautiful harmony. I love that. Ooh, I got chills. I love that. Okay, so 6 of Wands. This one is for your family, what they love about you. 6 of Wands is one of my favorite cards. It's all about accomplishments and personal accomplishments mostly. That inner celebration that you've got going on when you complete something that really, who else cares? You know, like this, I see somebody who has a totally spotless house. And that feeling is so good. And I don't know, are you the type that likes a really neat house? We got a lot of cleaning supplies here. But you give off that energy of like, I don't give two shits about anybody else's problems or bullshit that they're trying to push onto me, because I have my own shit I need to take care of and I'm on my game and I gotta keep going. Like, you're there to support friends, of course. Like, you got your shit in order and stuff, but like, you're not gonna let Miss Betty Unprepared ruin your plans. You're gonna be like, okay, so you didn't bring anything. Here, you hang out in this diner. I'm gonna go hike the mountain. I'll be back. You enjoy your hot cocoa, all right? And everybody gets what they want out of this situation. You are that kind of person, and everybody sees it. And not a lot of people can understand it, but everybody sees it. And your family especially is like, nah, they're on their shit. Like, nobody's gonna knock them off of that. They're crushing their goals and they're humble about it and they're just doing their thing, and that's who they are. Like, they're confident, they're going, and you should be. You seem like a super dope person, so you should be. Okay, so Spirit, what does Spirit have to say about you? Spirit says you show up and do the work. You show up and you're like, yep, okay, so I want this thing for myself. Well, I don't have money. Can I build it? Where would I go? And Three of Pentacles is about a team coming together and working together for a common goal. And in this case, it could be looking on Google for DIY, how to build a shelf. And you just kind of find the right path, and Spirit's cheering you on. Like, yeah, look at it. You can hang a shelf. I'm so proud of you. You're connected, and Spirit really appreciates that you haven't tuned them out. Spirit's kind of over here like hyping you up and going, yeah, look at our kid. They're doing everything we taught them to do. They are so badass. But you, of course, they're over here like, don't look at me. Just let me do my business and do my business right. But Spirit sees you, and they're trying not to be like that super proud parent at this curb of the school clapping and cheering you on, but they're super proud of you. They're super proud of you every damn day. So don't forget that, 3. All right? Favorite number. Okay, we'll get to this at the end. This is a song for you. And I have the link for the I have the link for the playlist that is tied to this deck down in the description. And just to give you a heads up, it is pretty R&B, hip-hop kind of related stuff. I love it. Just wanted to give you a heads up. If you're not into that, you can always look up the song lyrics. They're pretty cool. So anyway, so homework time. I know everybody hates homework, but this is kind of fun homework, right? Like, you benefit. You're the only one who's going to benefit from, well, maybe not the only one, but you are the number 1 beneficiary. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so how to show yourself more love. Queen of Wands. Look at it, right next to the King of Wands. Okay, so you do need to be allowing yourself to shine, allowing yourself to go like, yeah, I guess I kind of am a badass, when people tell you like how great you are. Instead of putting yourself down, you're sitting here going, you know, I did do something incredible, didn't I? I finished this schooling. I got my credentials. I learned how to do this amazing thing. I'm just a badass. Like, I kept myself going, and you are starting to kind of show your crown. I encourage you to do that more. I encourage you to believe in yourself and just allow people to state their observation of the facts. You know, if they see you as somebody who's just like always prepared for the situation and ready, and the person they go to, wear that badge proudly. All right. How to be more open to love. Now this is kind of funny. The Lovers. Interesting. So we were talking all about how you kind of don't like bring relationships, romantic relationships, into friendships. You're not that friend who always has their partner with them and making the friend feel like a third wheel or anything like that. That's not you. And you don't get like obsessive over relationships. How to allow yourself to be more open to love. I think that you do need to let this little heart of yours out some more, this romantic heart of yours. And you do need to take on the more Empress side of this. I see this card as like accepting, right? And being that feminine energy. And you may see it as the other way, like you have to take action and be bold. And wasn't that the Emperor in there? No, just kidding. That was the last deck. You are allowed to have more in-depth romantic relationships than you've been allowing yourself. And that kind of is a reflection of how you view yourself. You are worthy of love, and you deserve to have the happily ever after and the perfect relationship that you work every day to show up for and help nurture into something that is super healthy for both parties. You need to view yourself from a third party perspective. Listen to what your friends are saying to you and hyping you up. Listen to what Spirit is saying to you, hyping you up, and your family's saying to you and hyping you up. You are worthy of love, so don't forget that. Releasing subconscious or conscious trauma around love. Okay, I got 7 of Cups. I think that you have a hard time committing to relationships of the romantic kind because either there's been so many options that you're just bombarded and you feel like nothing is real, or you've seen people who were in those cutesy relationships and it always turns sour because somebody realizes they have more options than their partner that they're with. Like I said, you really have to take the time to get to know people before you get in a relationship with people. If you're the type to give away your heart, because that can be weaponized against you by people who want something for themselves. And diving into just any relationship that comes your way is not going to benefit you at all in the slightest. So, yeah, just not everybody's the same person, okay? Give yourself time to get to know people and also understand that humans make mistakes, and I think the biggest mistake that we make as humans in relationships is not communicating our authentic needs and desires to our partner, because we might feel shame, we might feel kind of just put off, or we don't want them to realize that maybe they don't check off every single box, whatever it is. Communicate. Communicate. That is how you figure out which cup is going to be the most satisfying cup for you long term. You might find the never-ending refilling cup, right? But you won't if you just take whichever one's handed to you. Finally, we have battling lingering self-doubts. 9 of Wands. Guarded, guarded, guarded. Is it this one? No. 9 of Wands has come up a lot in these readings today. So you have put up that wall and you are battling those but what if thoughts. What if they cheat on me? What if they don't like me? What if they use me? What if they convince me to give them all my money and then they divorce me? These kind of things. You have that wall up. But there's that kid inside going, but what about my happily ever after? And you gotta do the dirty work. You gotta push yourself for your best healthy, like, mental space, because if you just allow yourself to be like, no, like, this is not, you may be missing out on tons of personal growth opportunities, even if the relationship doesn't work out. So think about that, because you could meet your next best friend, even though you had every intention to have a romantic relationship. Or you could have a friend that you decided to actually, like, hang out with in depth and get to know them, and you're like, oh my God, I actually really want to date this person. If you close yourself off, you will not have those experiences, okay? Finally, your music. And remember, the playlist for this deck is in the description below, so you can check that out. It's on Spotify. So, karma, alignment, destiny, and fated events. I really do see this and that are true. Now, I really was getting the vibe, and I'm pretty sure I said that earlier too, is like you only want to put out the energy that you want coming back to you. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a really good way to weed people out. Be real with them. Be honest with them. Treat them how you want to be treated, including saying the things that you'd want to hear from somebody else that are less than fun. Like, this is like so G-rated. I snore! Oh my God, is that going to end our relationship? Like, some people are super stressed out about talking about that kind of thing, as so are others are like, dude, don't worry about it, I snore too. Like, good luck to you on sleeping, you know? So, yeah, don't be so guarded. Remember that if you put that good energy out there, good energy will come back to you, because that's just how karma works. So anyway, group 3, stay out of trouble, all right? And be sure to check back in, because we will be posting more readings about what others love in you. So we'll see you later. Bye. Group 4, has anybody told you today how incredible you are? Well, if not, take this as that person. I hope you're having a good day. We are going to be talking about everything people love in regards to you. So we will get into this. I'm going to put these cards aside because this is homework for later. I know nobody likes homework, but you are the one who's going to benefit from it the most. So you gotta do it, okay? That is an order. So I will shuffle and then we'll talk about what all the cards mean, but we will be dissecting what people love about your looks, your mental space, your thumpity thump heart of yours, all the way to what spirit guides have to say about how awesome you are. So I hope you're prepared to be hyped up. I'm going to shuffle. We'll be right back. Okay, group 4, are you ready for this? Because I am loving it. First off, let's talk about your physical appearance and what people love about it. They look at you and you do not look like somebody who is trying too hard or somebody who's going to try to like oversell them on anything. They just see somebody who isn't afraid to be themselves and dress exactly how they want. So you might go to a school where there's a certain dress code and you've adapted it to your own liking. Wednesday Addams much. I don't know. But you're that kind of vibe and you stand out because of it. And people love that about you. But you're not doing it to catch their attention. You're doing it because you love those boots or you love that look that you've got going for yourself. And it just really reflects the inside on the outside. And it's hot. Like, the confidence in yourself is hot to other people. So yeah, baby. Your mental space, what people love about you. 9 of Swords. They love your anxiety. They really do. They love it. They're like, yeah, you and me, we can anxiety spiral together. I'm kidding. That's not... I feel like they can turn to you when they're having anxiety and you are able to talk them through it because you have experienced it, or you are knowledgeable on the subject, or you've had somebody else who's experienced it in your life and you know how to help them. You don't judge people for their anxieties. You recognize anxieties and you go, okay, so what am I learning from this situation? Because I'm safe right now. This is a worst case scenario my head has come up with and I'm safe. So what can I learn from this? Why do I have these feelings regarding this said topic? And you do the same thing towards friends, family, anybody who will listen or turns to you, and you can just see that in their eyes that they need somebody to kind of coach them through the moment. You're that person and people are so fucking grateful for you. So whatever you do, don't lose that. In fact, show other people how to do this. Like, it's a gift. It's something that I wish more people knew how to do and would not go straight to, oh, you've got anxieties? Those are the demons in you. No. Mm-mm. It's that little bully in your head that's taken over and is driving the car, and right now you are headed straight for, end. And you've mastered that little bully. You tied that little bully up, you shoved a sock in his mouth, and you are driving the car now. And you teach other people how to drive the car. Because it's an everyday thing. Like, you recognize that and you tell them, like, yo, this isn't something that's just magically going to be fixed. You're never going to experience this ever again. No, you're real with them. Like, yo, this might be something that you have to show up and do every single fucking day. And maybe even every moment of every day, depending on how bad anxieties are. But you got this. Remind yourself that this is just a temporary feeling. And because you're having these, oh my God, worst case scenario thoughts, how would you solve this worst case scenario? It's not happening in the moment. If you solve it, then when it does happen, or if it does happen, usually it doesn't happen. But if it does happen, you're more prepared than you were if you hadn't thought about that. So, use your anxieties. Well, you teach people to use their anxieties for their benefit, and that's a good thing. Your passions. Wait, no. Your heart. Okay. Got lost on my own reading. Okay, your heart. The Magician. You're the kind of person that can use the elements of the world to turn coal into diamonds. And you probably came from a broken family, or you experienced that in your life and you saw what was going on and is like, okay, well, how can I not have this happen to me? Like, what can I learn from this situation? Like, have you always just been dealing with people who've had a lot of anxiety, or just they allow their toxic behaviors to kind of dominate their relationships with people? Like, I just get the feeling that you've spent a lot of time with people who do that, and you know how to stay away from that energy. Kind of like a miss me with that shit vibe. Like, you're on your own thing, just swerve. And people see that in you, in your heart especially. It's like, you can understand that people are going through tough shit, but like, that tough time is going to make you better and stronger if you apply love towards yourself to learn from the situation. And sometimes it's tough love, you know, sometimes it's like, damn, well, like, I got a cavity. Well, why did you get a cavity? Well, I haven't brushed my teeth in 2 months. No shit. How did you not have more cavities? Like, that kind of energy, like, you witness people do that. You don't do that. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna use the elements, got my water on this thing, got my toothpaste on here, and can brush my teeth. Like, you make things clean. Art wise too. Okay, that was kind of a rant. Let's get back on track. Your passions. What people love about your passions. 6 of Cups. I feel like you are somebody who really likes picnics in the park. No, I'm kidding. You really like traditions and like getting together with family and stuff. And I'm not talking just about 4th of July, but like Sunday brunch. You guys do that regularly. That is something that you love. You're very passionate about that. You're very passionate about the stuff that you fell in love with as a kid. And maybe you were the kind of person who grew up thinking about graduating from college or getting married and it was going to be a certain way, or, you know, these milestone events. You've been daydreaming about them since you were a kid. You have spent a lot of time and energy getting yourself to the point where you can consider those passions completed. And I think that that's just been a lifelong journey for you. So it could even be somebody who said, I'm going to be a vet when I grow up. Now you're a vet. That kind of energy, people see that in you. Spirit sees that in you. And it's just, it's cool. And a lot of people who've never experienced something like that are sitting on the outside looking in and going, how did they do that? That's just, how? You know, and you're over here with your lemonade stand, just like, I got it. This is what I had planned on doing all along. So, okay. Friends, family, and spirit guides. Your friends see you as a badass who gets shit done and has no time to wait for excuses. Your family sees you as somebody who's just really lucky and fortunate, and I definitely get that vibe. Like, you might be somebody they just are like, how does this always work out for you? How do you always get the first job you apply to? How do you always get the extra concert tickets when you call into a radio station? How does this stuff just always happen for you? That's what your family views you as, right? And your friends are over here like, duh, this is just who they are. Respect it, right? And universe is over here going, well, yeah, they just take everything we give them, so we just keep giving them stuff, right? And you're like, thank you, I'm gonna take these elements, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do my thing. You have a lot of eyes looking at you going, damn, that is a high value person. And watch your back, you know, but I don't think you let that watch my back vibe take over too much. Like, you're not afraid of Granny taking your lottery winnings from you because you took care of them when you needed to, and if they blew through their money, that's on them because you're already out of the country, kind of thing. Yeah, you're cool. You're real cool. Okay, let's get into the homework, because I think I'm like all over the place. I feel in a very funny mood today. I've been doing voices, all of these readings. Oh my goodness, you poor people. Okay. Page of Pentacles for how to show yourself more love. Believing in yourself, believing in the possibility, finding that balance. I feel like you already got that, because like, this dude He just gives the same vibes, these two. And it's almost even the this schmoozer over here. I did it. Third time's the charm. Yeah, you just need to trust in yourself and kind of take a little bit of risk, but calculated risk, instead of literally investing every last penny into Bitcoin and becoming a Bitcoin bro, telling all your friends about it and making maybe snake oil sales pitches to people. That's not it. But start making those pitches to yourself about how you are worthy of love. Combat that negative inner self-critic who has maybe been following you or your lineage around, telling them that they're not worth great things happening to them. Allow your inner child to believe that you can be abundant in anything that you put your mind towards, and you deserve it. And look in a damn mirror too and recognize all the things that you have accomplished for yourself and how true to your inner child you've stayed all these years, because that is a very hard thing to do. And oftentimes I do wonder back on what my younger version of myself would think of my adult version now. Would they be happy? Would they be upset? What is that for you? Do you think your younger self would be proud of you now? I think so, because let's see. How to be more open to love. 1 of Pentacles. It's interesting because both of these kind of imply balance in ways. And this is planting the seeds for future earnings. And this is kind of almost coming full circle. It's, the one right above the 10. And it really shows me that you have to pay into yourself and allow that seed to grow, allow your mental space to grow. Don't hold yourself in an anxious place. Don't let other people put themselves in an anxious place in regards to love and you. We all have problems. That's why therapy is a booming business, because we need to work through our problems. And you deserve to have a little faith in something working out and somebody showing up on your same magician level. Okay. Oh, that's this one next. No, it's this one. Okay. Releasing subconscious or conscious trauma around love. We have the 3 of Wands. It's take that journey. Trust that you can view love a different way. Trust that you can learn new things, and that not everybody has had the same struggles or the same type of relationships that you have had. But you have to get out there and get to know people. You can't stay in your same group that you've been socializing with for who knows how long, because it's the same old, same old. So you have to be ready to really put your best foot forward and go on that adventure. Of course, for yourself first, but it's a thing of loving yourself and loving the idea that you can have an exciting story of life. So yeah, get out there, go do things, go act like a Sagittarius person who can't stay in one space for very long. Just go. This was I think it's Reno. Just go try new things. Okay, finally, battling lingering self-doubt. 7 of Pentacles. You have to continue working for it. You have to continue showing up. Just like how you treat other people and teach other people, they have to show up and battle their anxiety all the time, you have to keep working for it. Journal, go to therapy, meet a support group. So many options, but you have to keep working for it, or you will get stuck and you will start telling yourself that maybe you deserve the same kind of relationships that you've seen that only cause anxiety and turbulence and toxicity. So, okay, this card right here, this baby, is from a deck that all the songs are it's a deck that is a bunch of songs, and I have the playlist in the description below, so you'll want to check that out. But Survivor, I was telling you, like, I'm getting that vibe, like, you've seen it, right? Resilience, hope, emotional strength. You've seen it, you've been there, you've done it. You are going to take what you've learned in those situations and make diamonds. All right, so I will see you next time. Don't forget, we've got a bunch more readings on what others love about you throughout the week here on the channel. So if you like this, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to make sure that you get the content pushed straight to your feed. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.